Have we ever done this one before? Let's pick a line. Let's start over here. No matter where you go, there's always going to be an entrance and an exit. Everywhere. As long, you see the lines? As long as they continue and never end, it just goes around and around. This is where I want to take you right now, okay? I'm working on something new, although I shouldn't. I'm not finished putting together Pythagorean, Chandalian, Gematria, and the easiest of them all, numbers. The one I do, because it's easy. Easy to learn, because it's all basic ABC 1, 2, 3. Michael Jackson and the Jackson 555 couldn't do it any better. Ringing it up to the 125th day of the year, or the day of the Mayan flower. Multiplying one more time, coming home equals 625. Missing is 3 and 4 because man has begun to think. He is thunkless yet, 3 and 4. He has no mind, he has no sand trap. There's nowhere to play, there's nowhere to rake, there's nowhere to scratch with the rake and the sand trap. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, that's why I'm on. Mary Jane rang my bell. So we think. So what I'm going to get to right now is Z equals 86. 3 times 26, which is Z, Z26, okay, Z26, equals 60 plus 18. 60 plus 18 plus the totality of the value of the 26, which is 8, equaling you to 86. Z equals 86. But if we add up in numbers, the simple numbers, 3 times any number will always equal to 6. 3 times 2 is 6, will always equal to 3, 6, and 9. 3 times 2 is 6, 3 by 6 is 18, 1 and 8 is 9, 6 and 9. From 6 and 9 is 78, which equals 6. You add the 8 back, you now get to 86, 8 and 6 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. No more 9, no more 6, but 5. And 5 is okay. Why is 5 okay? Because the 9 family, N-I-N-E, has a 42 count, and so does 5, so they're the same somewhere. Do you follow what I said? All I did is add up the letters in the alphabet. F-I-V-E, 42. N-I-N-E, 42. They both say 6. Now we added up the long count. 3 times 26, well now it's 3 times 26 plus 1, and 26. 4 would be Mars, the reason of 2 moons. 1 would be Earth, the reason of 1 moon. Add 1, add a whole. They become both in man's mind. 8 reflective is 6 of the 2 worlds. 26 and 78 is 104 CB codes. Or 52 is half of 104. Or why 10, 4, 40, and 5 is 45 the fox? But we're also asking ourselves the questions, how do we get 152? Because it's CB codes. A to Z. A to Z. 2 times Z is 26 equals to 52. Now you add 1 to 52. When you add 1 to 9, you get 45. So say 45. When you add when you add 1 to 5 and 5 to 10 and 11 to 15 and so on to 52, by the time you reached the 36th one over here, okay, you would have said to yourself, let me mark it down, 1 to 20 equals to 210, 21 to 30 equals to 29, sorry. Well, this one should come to 19. This will be 190. And then 20 to 29 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 would be 245. And then it would be 345. And then it'll be 445. When you get to 400, when you get to 40. When you get to 40. Okay? So let me do it again, and I hope I didn't confuse anybody, because I certainly confused myself. 1 to 19 equals 190. 20 to 29, add on 245. 30 to 39, add on 345, 40 to 49, add on 445, and then 50, 51, 52 equals to 153. The last three you count, 50, 51, and 52 equals to 153, which is the geometrical scale count. It says AC and E ace. The ace worlds, the three markings on the dice cube where the 1, 5, and 3 all hold the ace card. And each one says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It becomes 15 and 1, 4, 8, 12, 21, 22, and 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It says 1225. Does that mean anything to anybody? I can make some shit up if you want. But anyways, that's what the total is. What does it mean? It could be the 2, forget about the 1 because it's in the thousand, but 15 times 15 equals 2 1/4. And that is the center of the two worlds, passage, the system we pass in. And anyways, that's what the Z would say, from A to Z, from the beginning to the end to the beginning again. The other thing I was going to mention, if you did want to add them up together, the 104 and the 86, it would be 190. When you add this to 190, what does it equal? I think I wrote it down already, but I'm going to show you again. S equals to a total of 190. When you go from the bottom to the top, S, I guess if you want to say you're walking it, so 3 by 19 is 57. You now brought on the sun, equals 57. If you add 10 to it, you equal to 67 for the S. And if you take 57 and you add 19, it equals to 76. And the difference is the letter I. But it's not the letter I in every alphabetical order. If you were coming off the gematria, which would be the piano, okay, you'd count only up to number 7. 8 and 9 would be one or the other. Which one is 8 and 9? Which way do you go on gematria to pick up the rest of your letters? Are you going to 1? Or do you go to both sides and use 2 of them instead of 1 of them? Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me do it this way. I have to check the gematria to make sure that's the 1. Let me take this. Don't tell me. This is gone. This is gone. This is gone. This is gone. This one's gone. This one's gone? No. This one's, I'm here. This one's gone. This one's gone. This one's gone. Ah, there I am again. List of presidents, eye exams, winter storm. I can't find out where it. Oh, here it is. Numbers. Okay. So listen to this. If I had to get number 9 and I was in gematria, where would I go? Would I go to the I letter, where the I is number 5, and say it's number 9, and now play it as 9 and 5, always making sure the first rule of thumb is to count the whole of the totality? Do you know what I mean by count the whole? When I go to I, wherever I go to I, it's always 9 plus whatever the value is in that area. And if I goes to number 5, you now have to take the E and put it to I and E, and put I and E together as 2. And when I and E come together as 2 and they use the same numbers, you can now say, I have a friend, because the 2 letters coincide with each other to make one sound between the 2. That's what we have to do. Why do we have to do it? Because it hasn't been done. I don't see it. Now we do it. Now it's done. Something else to put on the plate. Let me tell you one thing. When things get onto the grid, the numerological grid of Janu, I know there's some program that will be able to punch it in and it'll start telling us words and stories. So whatever comes out of it, as long as we speak it, somebody heareth, the question be questioned. One knows of hears of the question. One has an answer for a question he's never heard to share with someone who had the question but didn't have the answer, to share it with us all in one bing bang. We can have 50 people knowing the same thing, having 50 different visions, and enhancing the value of the understanding of whatever the item is at all. S equals to that 190, 209. S equals to 57 plus 10. S equals to 57 plus 19. 76 and 67. 7 and 6 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 7 and 6 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 44 comes into both worlds with the letter S. Would you like to see this letter going a little bit faster? You see, you know what I actually did here, if you really want to see? 3 times any number is supposed to make the single number always equal to the value of 3, 6, and 9. 5 plus 2 is 5 and 7 from 3 times 19 equals 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So whatever you're doing, this is one of my terms I've used earlier on. If you're walking these numbers, if that's the way you're doing it, you're just using the basics is the 3 and the 4 rule. Earth and Mars, no letter U. So you use it to work other numbers. They're very special. 3, 4, and 7. 3, 4, and 7 are special, okay? And for me, 3, 4, and 7 have something to do with the butterfly. I don't know what it is yet. And you know what else about that butterfly? You know what it looks like? It looks like, it's like, here's my ankle and a foot. And every time my foot goes forward and I bend my ankle, that's what the butterfly looked like in one of the pictures I saw. And it reminded me of Achilles, that when he got an arrow in his ankle, he died. Now when you get an arrow in a heart, you die. Now at the same time, the butterfly, its wings looks like hearts. So at the same time, if you get an arrow in Achilles' heel and Achilles dies, and you get an arrow in the heart and it's full of love, because the arrow brought love to the 2 parts, joining it for life. I guess we can say it that way. The letter M. 3 by 13 is 39 plus 13 is 49 is 52. 3 by 13 is 39. 39 take away what? 39 take away what? Is it 4, 5, 4, 13? Because the M is a 4, 5, 4, 13. You can go also a 4, 5, 6. But 4, 5, and 6 is 15. M comes to 13, if this is the way you look at it. The stick on the left and the stick on the right valued at 4. The V in the center counted as 5. 4 balances off 4. They hold on to it. 5 holds on to 4 and 4. The 6 is a 4, but on the other side, and it looks like a 6, so only to show you the difference. Instead of saying on the right side of 5 or the left side of 5, put it on the 4 on the left, put it on the 4 on the right. Instead of saying that, they just turn both sides into a 4, D and F. But obviously, if it's not working out in this area, in the gematria tree of where, let's see what 4 and 6 are worth. 4 is DJQW, and 6 is FHSU. But 6 is UVW in Chandelier, in which in numbers 4 is DK, which is 4 is D, let me see, where 4 is, I'm somewhere lost here, in numbers, yes, 4 in numbers is DMV. So there's different counts for it and different values for it, but the thing is, for me, I want to know, if there's a different value, how did it get to be the number it is? I want to take it back 1 row. How did F become number 4, and why is it number 4? Well, I actually know why it's number 4. Like I said, this is 4 and this is 4, because I don't really care. I don't need to give it a number. I know we start this way. So this 4 will get hurt, not that 4. But if you start saying this 4 and that 4, you can't. So instead of saying this and that, you say it's a 6. Number 4 and 6, not taking any sides. None is really bigger than the other. They're just different. That's all. They're just different. They're not the same. They got a different name, but they are the same. They're just on different sides. So do you want to know how to say Mr. Tackpans in walking. Mr. Tackpans, no. My name in walking, okay? I'm going to show you my total name in walking. This is my name in walking. 225 and 225. Because my name is 75 and 75. Now if I add the low count of 75 or the high count, I'm going to add the high count. Okay? One time to each one. So I will get this result. I'll get this result from my name, from my real name. What does this mean? I have no idea. 5 times 25 is 1 1/4. 5 times 25 is 1 1/4. You have a 2½ dozen eggs. You have the 10 world and the passage of the 50. 1 6 and 5 6 equals to 72. Can't explain it. I just know what it is. I'm not much of a video. These are your connectors. When you connect to this one over here, you can connect. When you hit this one here in the center with your connector, 1, 2, 3, 4 light up. When you hit this one, 4 light up, and these 2 light up. When you hit this one, these 2 light up, and these 2 light up. These are wagers on a roulette board telling you where your number is, what you can get. Whatever number comes in, it'll tell you all down here. And don't forget, there's red and black. So if you take up a corner that has 1 black with 2 reds, and the red comes in, the black is not a winner. It might end up to be a loser, and in fact, they don't play that way in the game. Do you understand? If I bet on a corner here, and this corner here is black with 2 reds, where this chip is, and this one comes in, they might say, since black didn't come in, we'll take away 1/4 of your chip, because this was black. You cannot put a chip anywhere on this board, okay? Except where? No. There's nowhere on this board that has 4 reds in a circle. There's none. It doesn't exist. Is there anything with 4 blacks in a square? Yes. 4 reds in a square? No. That you can connect together. Raphael 7026 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm not happy with this video, but it's okay. So I was telling you, I was sort of explaining how just multiply everything by 3, or multiply everything by 4, and then multiply it all by 7. But for the first thing, just do it simple. Multiply it by 3 or 4. If it's the letter I, go to any scale you want. Whatever position it moves, you now use both positions of the letter. That's all. Maybe that's all it really is, just a way of connecting other letters. That's why the numbers are different. Like piano keys. Just putting your finger on 2 different keys and then pressing the floor, joining them all together. So I have to look at it that way, and also to understand why it got that number. It got that number 8 because the opposite side of a dice cube is 6, and they both go together. As the opposite sides of 2 dice, they would become face to face with each other. If I have 4 and 2 here, on the back I got 5 and 3, 8. So Raphael 7026 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.